Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 23rd through the 29th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely tarot deck here. Usually I have a second deck that's an oracle deck for you guys, but we're going to have two tarot decks because this tarot deck has affirmations and it's a really pretty deck, and we are in new moon energy. We just had a new moon in Aries with a lot of clearing energy attached to it. And a lot of people are at a very interesting place right now. The world is in a very interesting place right now. So it's a good time for affirmations, my darlings. So we're going to pull an affirmation for you guys at the end here as well. Okay? So let's see what's happening for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for Monday, Tuesday, we have Strength. Alrighty. Major Arcana card. So Aquarius, for a lot of you, this isn't just a dynamic that many people are experiencing where things might feel very uncertain. Aquarius, for some of you, this is coming with this feeling of having to really change direction. Aries had something a little bit similar, but the difference I feel for you guys is I feel that it's time for you guys to find a way in which you're depending solely on yourself. For Aries, I got there might be some kind of like a career change, or they might be being offered a different opportunity. And for Aquarius, I feel like you're in this energy where you're like, I'm my opportunity, right? Like I'm gonna be the creator here. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna, come up with new resources or streams of income, or solving a solution. So many of you are kind of feeling like something is completely and entirely left for you to go out in a new direction that's making you feel a little bit vulnerable. Okay, feeling like you're gonna have to kind of go out on your own. Some of you may have been working on some business or some project, and you are in optimistic energy about it. Like, we're gonna press through, we're gonna continue, things are gonna balance out, it's all gonna be good. But if you had a business partner or somebody that was investing with you or working with you, they may be bailing. They may be in the energy where they're just like, oh my God, no, the sky is falling, it's the end of the world. They may be in like a really negative mindset, and they may just kind of feel like they don't want to chance it, or they don't want to risk it, or they don't want to continue, or they're just completely and totally going into a negative mindset. So in that way, Aquarius, I do feel some of you are like, okay, all right, this person is bailing on me, or I'm not going to be able to count on them to step in and to do their share, but it's okay. I'll handle it, and I will do it myself, right? There's some similarities between you and Aries this week so far, but I really feel for a lot of you, this is going to be about you taking ownership of a project, ownership of direction. I do feel, I'm sad to say, Aquarius, so keep in mind, this is a general reading. This isn't going to be for every single one of you. This is for some of you. Some of you are in a situation where this is going to apply to your partner. Like if you have a significant other and you guys are living together, there may be things happening, especially if you're in a place where there's like social distancing happening or quarantine happening. Like I'm in Los Angeles, and we're all at the stay-at-home thing. So some of you might be feeling during that period like, this is not the person for me. This is not like even though things are going to go back to a normal way of living, even though this is a temporary situation and we're all going to go back to jobs again, and we're going to be able to move around again, and kids are going to be going back to school, even though there's going to be that return of normalcy, I feel some of you, Aquarius, are taking this as like an eye-opener. That, man, like when the crap hits the fan and things get real, this is what I have to look forward to, or this is what I'm gonna be dealing with. So some of you may be in a situation where you're like, this isn't working for me. So you might be getting very serious about thinking about how you're gonna go out on your own eventually, right? You're not doing it this week. You're not doing it you know, Monday, Tuesday, but you're beginning to think, okay, how am I going to make this transition? How am I going to go in this different direction? Some of you, it could even be maybe like realizing and your eyes are opening to how much people kind of depend on you or lean on you. And you might be feeling like it might be too much, like on, you know, veering on the edge of like codependency or attachment. And so some of you are like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to get a fresh start and distance myself and focus on me and go out on my own here, like what I'm wanting to do, what I'm wanting to seek. I just feel a lot of eye-opening energy, a lot of wake-up call energy around the Strength card for a lot of you Aquarius. Like you're getting very, very existential here with everything that's going on. You're asking about the purpose, like, why am I doing this? You know, when everything returns to normal, you know, do I really want to go back to my old way of living? You know, like, what if something were to happen? What if, you know, I had a limited period of time left on this earth? Is this really how I want to be spending the rest of my days? I feel a lot of you are getting really philosophical in this way. So you're beginning to overcome the fear that held you back in the past, and you're beginning to kind of come up with ideas and plans about how you're going to pursue your passions, your hopes, your dreams. A lot of feeling of like building here, building energy. Your Wednesday, Thursday is Temperance. You have another major arcana card, okay? For those of you that you don't know, if you don't know, major arcana cards are really significant. When they come up, it's telling us that the situation is really having to do with a life lesson, life path, spiritual awakening, like what we came here to learn, what we came here to accomplish. So I usually say this in the weekly readings. If you get a major arcana card for like one of your days, it's a big energy. It means something's happening during those days that's going to be setting a theme for the coming weeks and months. It's not just going to be, okay, you have a major arcana card for Monday, Tuesday, and then you're going to forget about it. No. Something is being set into motion. There's some theme that's being set. When you have back-to-back major arcana cards coming up, you may be very well breaking out of something very karmic, or you are about to make a giant change or really big changes in your life that are going to be pretty much changing your life forever, right? And depending on how you go about it, it could be the best thing ever. The Temperance card is asking you to be patient. Be patient with the changes. Don't rush. Okay, you have to walk before you can run. And even though a lot of you are like, oh my goodness, my eyes are opened, I know what I need to change right now, understand and know timing is a factor here, right? Don't let your ego get in the way to now all of a sudden you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make this happen despite the obstacles, despite the challenges, despite, you know, I'm going to show everybody. I'm going to show everybody I can still do it anyway. Use your better judgment. Use your common sense. Don't let ego get in the way. Be patient. You know, don't try to rush this. The Temperance card says it's going to happen in divine timing. Some of you are addressing some unfinished business, because the Temperance card for me is also sometimes an unfinished business card or a unfinished business situation. I don't know if the mic is picking that up. There's a child calling out. Guys, nobody panic. I know there's a trend on YouTube now where people will hear like kids in the back and they call CPS and they say that the YouTubers like neglecting their kids. I don't have kids. They're not my kids. I'm in an apartment building. So if you hear kids, please guys, nobody panic. Nobody get scared. I know some people are really sensitive about that and they get really triggered, but I assure you, if you hear kids, they're okay. They're running around, they're playing in their apartment with their family. So nobody call CPS on me, okay? I know that's like a common thing right now. But you guys have the Temperance card coming up. So there could be some unfinished business. There could be some situations happening where you're having to address something, or again, as a part of the wake-up call. Like you're saying, you know what, I don't want to carry resentments. I don't want to carry frustrations. So some of you might be like really getting in there and doing like some deep layers of like releasing, telling people how you really feel, telling people what they mean to you, or how much they hurt you, or how you're taking your power back, whatever it may be. This is a general reading, so you guys are going to feel the energies in different ways. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, both of these are fire cards. You have Leo with the Strength card. You've got Sagittarius with the Temperance card. So there could be a lot of fire energy that you're accessing this week, Aquarius, right? You're an air sign. So if you have fire in your moon or in your rising, that might really be coming to the surface. Or you may be dealing with a fire sign, or or you're just kind of coming into that energy. A lot of you have been asking me and saying, I don't know my moon sign, I don't know my rising sign, and what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this planetary placement mean? Guys, I'm not an astrology expert by any means, but there's a really cool site. I'm linking it in the description. I'll talk about it at the end. They reached out to me and they like wanted to help me out, like understand the astrology of things better. I'll talk about that at the end, but I'm not an astrology expert by any means. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here is 8 of Swords. So this is a big part of why you had the Temperance card come up in the middle of the week. It's like Spirit's trying to give you a heads up, like this is the time for you to adjust your thinking, to remind yourself that, hey, these are big changes and they're going to take time. They're not going to happen overnight, especially right now what's going on in like the world setting and the world, the world's dynamic. Right? Especially if you're doing something in terms of business, or you're wanting to, put money away, or you're wanting to move or buy property. We will get there again. But right now things are kind of on hold, right? And so you might be in a situation where you're looking at your life and all the things you want to change, and you're feeling frustrated with that 8 of Swords. You're feeling stuck. You're like, oh my God, like this is never going to end. Like, when is this going to change? It's always something. If it's not one thing, it's another. Oh, the universe hates me. God hates me. Everything is against me. Like, we get into that thinking. We all do, right? It's a part of human nature. We all sometimes go to that really negative place where we feel very stuck. We feel very trapped. And we feel like somebody has to ride in on their horse and like rescue us. And 8 of Swords is saying don't do that, because you're accessing a lot of really powerful energy in the beginning of the week. If you let the negative ego come in, you're going from being very powerful to feeling very much like the victim, or feeling very helpless, right? And that'll happen when we're breaking through blockages, when we're breaking through and we're shifting energy. We'll have those roller coaster moments where we feel really, really good and really optimistic. And then it could be moments later we feel very hopeless and like it's useless. Spirit is reminding you, be on top of that this week. When you catch yourself feeling that 8 of Swords energy, remind yourself this is only temporary. This is going to pass. It's going to get better. It's going to be okay. I'm going to be on my feet. I'm not going to be at anybody else's mercy. It's going to be all right, right? Let's check out your affirmation. Let's see what's happening here. Alrighty, my darlings. So you have, holy moly, you have fire again. Lots of fire in your reading, Aquarius. How interesting. No wonder you had similarities to Aries. I think you guys are really in that fire energy. So 3 of Fire is going to be about collaborations, but it's also a card about expanding your mental thinking. Remember, don't let your mind put you in a prison this week. Do not let your mind do that. Let's go ahead and check out your affirmation, my dears. And then I will tell you guys about the site in a minute here, the astrology. It was so cool. Okay, so we have here 3 of Fire. It says, I am on the right path toward my success. I have an abundance of opportunities before me. I need to trust myself. 4, I can make good choices for myself and co-create situations and relationships that are in harmony with my heart's desire. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this, and I encourage you guys, please feel free to go ahead and reword it. Like if you want to change the wording in a way that feels more natural to you, or it seems more the way that you would speak naturally, please feel free to do that. The more you can take something and make it your own, the more you're giving it power. If you want more information, like more of like an astrology breakdown, or like, you know, what these planetary placements mean, or what's happening for you in the year ahead according to your planetary placements, if you click on the link in the description of the video, they were kind enough to reach out to me and they gave me a sun return reading with like my planetary placements and stuff. It was so detailed, guys, and they could do so much better job than me to explain it. Okay, they have free stuff on there too. They have like free resources, free articles, free guides. But if you want to get like a personalized astrology reading, they're super reasonably priced, and they were kind enough to offer you guys a 30% discount with a code for my viewers, which is Angel30. So they're being nice enough to sponsor my videos and to sponsor the channel, to give you guys a discount. And maybe you can't get a private, like a little breakdown from them or a reading from them right now, but you can definitely at least check out the free resources they have up there. Okay, so I thank you guys for watching. I encourage you to check out the love videos that are linked in the description. April love videos will be up soon. Channeled angel messages will be up soon for April. And don't forget the daily messages on Instagram and Facebook, Amethyst Angellight. Please do check those out as well. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Take care, my dears.